Hey guys, it's Monday night and you know what time it is. It's time for Appletinis We Can. We're hiding in the basement from the wife and kids. Or at least, Dan, where are you hiding?
I'm hiding down the hall.
Down the hall. Okay, cool.
Jack's upstairs, so I guess that kind of works.
That is kind of cool. Oh, and you know what? The new captions are auto-generated now on our thing. So, which is kind of cool. I guess you can turn those off too.
Like, like closed captioning?
Yeah, closed captioning is going on right now, which is pretty insane. All right, if we got one person watching. Two now. Stacy Cooper joined. Hey, Stacy Cooper.
Yeah, I was the first person that was watching.
Okay, cool.
I'm trying to share it out.
You're trying to share it out?
Yeah.
Well, this is our new setup, ladies and gentlemen. Our new software we're using. It's called Ecamm Live. I'm really digging it, Dan. What do you think of the new logos?
They're great. I love the very Rat Packy. I'm digging it.
Very Rat Pack. I like that too. I was trying to go for a clean, classic look. So, if anybody has any comments out there, please add them in, and I will add them to our screen because what we do is we can pick and choose and share the ones we want now, which is kind of nice. So that's kind of fun. My mom just joined. Oh, there's a hi. Ready? I'm going to add that to the broadcast, Dan, but it's over your face. I got to slide it back over here now. There we go. And now the comments will be right in between you and me, which is kind of cool. And then they go away after 15 seconds, or they should. We'll find out. So we'll wait. And there's my sister. My sister's on. Hey, Betty. How you doing?
Hey, Betty.
So she's on. So how you doing?
How you doing?
How you doing? How you doing out there, Dan? How's it going out in Mount Airy?
I don't know. It's the same as it's been for months and months. I think it's just caught in Groundhog Day out here. So
Yeah, it does feel like Groundhog Day, doesn't it? I get up every morning. I do the same routine. I get up, I drink tea, I make breakfast, I do a German lesson, I get a shower, then I go downstairs in the basement and I sit at my computer for the rest of the day. So it's crazy.
yo, Alexis, what's up?
Yo, let me add her to the broadcast. There you go, Alexis, right dead in the center. You and your fiance's little picture is in there, which is kind of cool. That's pretty awesome. I love these new comments, man. I could just pick and choose which ones, you know?
So I'm looking on Facebook. Oh, there they are. I see them in the middle.
Yeah.
Okay.
Beth just asked, when did I start doing a radio show? Actually, Beth, this is a show that I started I've been doing it for 10 years now.
10 years, yeah.
Yeah, I started doing these in my basement, Appletinis We Can. I used to pre-record them and edit them together and do some fun stuff. But when live feeding became a thing, we actually changed the format and started doing live feeds. So this is what we've been doing. So I've been doing it about 10 years.
We were shut down for about 3-4 years. We because it got too much work for you to do all the editing in between shooting and posting.
Yeah, it did. It became a little bit of a hassle, especially because we did it every Friday night. I don't know if you remember. And then Friday nights got busy with football and baseball and things like that, so we kind of stepped away from it. But we've always been drinking Appletinis at heart, haven't we, Dan Franco?
We have, although I don't have Appletinis over here.
That's okay. That's all right.
I'm rolling with a Manhattan.
Yes.
So.
Oh, look at Matthew Bowerman, Luke and Kylo together.
Hey, I lost the shared screen.
Oh, you lost the shared screen?
Yeah.
Huh.
But it's giving me. It went completely white. It was giving this really nice white bounce over here.
Okay. Well, hold on a second. Oh, yeah, they all disappeared. Wow.
Bwah, bwah.
Wah, wah.
New tech, people.
Yeah, what a bummer. So I thought I could share what how about now, dude? What do you think? Can you
Yeah,
see
I can see that.
Yeah.
The only thing is on that screen on the right, comments and react. Yeah, there you go. Yeah.
Can you see him?
Yep.
All right, sweet.
Hola, Dan Berkman.
Yeah. Hey, Kevin Witt came on. Add to the broadcast. Let's add him. Yeah, we're keeping safe. A lot of people have been complaining, why aren't they playing baseball and hockey right now without fans? I mean, I understand that they could possibly do that, but I think they're going to just wait and roll out as states roll out and do that. They're not going to push it. I don't think they're going to push it.
I think the problem is that you've got to ensure that the players could all get to some place and stay quarantined and kind of cordoned off from people who could give it to them and spread it around the team. And so what do? You put them in a hotel, but the hotel's got staff that comes and goes. So I don't think there's anywhere that you could put teams up and keep them completely safe from it. But the NHL is looking to start their camps up in late May, start their season back up in June, and have their playoffs in July.
Let's do it.
So I'm all in.
Yeah.
I have a lot of friends from teams that aren't lined up to make the playoffs, and they're like, I don't think they should even play it. I was like, why don't you shut your damn mouth? Because the Caps are in a really good spot right now.
And so are the Flyers, actually. So I'm kind of happy about that.
Another cup.
Right? They got a chance this year, the Flyers. All right. I didn't make my Appletinis beforehand. I'm sorry, guys. I'm sorry. We got anybody coming on? Nope, no more comments. We're going to add Richard to the party. You got to love those Appletinis. You better believe it. Monica Collins joined. Dan Walker's on. This is great. Dan Walker's on. I wonder if there's a way to shut off those little caption thingies going on your video. Is there a way to do that? Let me click over here. No, on anybody's video on Facebook. Turn off translations, maybe? Is that it? Nah, that ain't right. I'm not gonna hit that. All right, so.
But hey, Kevin Witt. Oh, you're up in New York. I was gonna say we have Roy Rogers down here. They're open. So I had a breakfast sandwich a couple weeks ago.
Yeah, we have Roy Rogers. We have him on the Turnpike. No, the Jersey Turnpike.
They've got great breakfast. They've got probably the best fast food breakfast out there.
They do. It's good.
They still use real egg, or at least real liquid egg.
Real. It comes in like a thing that you open, cardboard thing. And
yeah.
You dump it out. Yeah, those are always awesome. Richard's got a cold beer in his hands. He says that's nice. Well, I like beer too, but this show isn't called Beer with Ken. It's called Appletinis with Ken. So, Richard.
Yeah, Beer with Ken is all the times that the show's not running.
Dan Verkman, hola, brother. Good to see you. Thanks for joining. Hey, should we start a watch party? Is that something we should do? And then tell people to come over? I think I'm going to try it. Let me try it.
Okay.
All right, let's see. Share. Start a watch party. Now we're partying. It's a social distancing party, by the way, folks, so don't get excited. Join the fun. Join the Appletinis. All right, who just womp 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 womp.
So what projects have you had to get into during the quarantine?
Oh, you just want to start with me, don't you?
I do.
You just want to get me fired up right now.
I actually know the answer to this question. What a question.
You son of a gun. All right, so let me start this watch party real quick, and then you and I will.
Dwayne Bateman's doing sake upside down.
Oh, I love sake upside down. That is good stuff. Let me share that right there. Boom. Sake upside down. Dwayne down in NOLA. All right, so we got this watch party going. Andrew Watts, Dwayne Bateman, Terry Townsend all join the watch party. If you want us to see your comments, though, you got to go over to our Facebook page, our live Facebook page, and join the feed there so we can see your comments. I think that's the only way we get those comments. So, but I love the watch party function. If you ask me, I think it's awesome. So, all right, let me go back to Appletinis, Dan, real quick. And bring up our
Darian
feed
Rothschild. There. Darian's on, but I don't know where I'm seeing him.
I don't see any comments coming through. So if you got any comments, put them out there, guys. We'll share them.
We're getting comments on the Facebook feed that aren't coming through to the.
Right here. There's one. Good.
Yeah, there it is.
There he is. All right, there we go. We're back in. Boom. Yeah, we're back in. All right. Cool. My sister joined back on again. Very cool. Marco B is on.
Were we off?
No, why?
No, you said we're back in.
Oh, we're back in. We're back in on the Facebook page, the regular Facebook page. I started that watch party. Kurt Howard just came on. Boom. Hey, Kurt Howard, I'm going to add you. Look at that hat he's wearing in his picture. It's pretty awesome.
That's that one's got your hat beat.
Yeah, it does. That guy's a real cowboy. I just played one on TV.
On Amazon Prime.
Oh my God, that Appletinis is so good. I've been waiting all day. Okay, Dan, let's make it a combo thing. What projects have I started? And are you ready? Here we go. What chaps your ass?
Twofer.
It's a twofer, ladies and gentlemen. What chaps your ass? So, this past Saturday, I wake up and I'm all happy and just like, all right, man, what are we going to do today? We're just going to hang out and watch some movies and Netflix, and maybe I'll get some work done on my computer, and we'll all stay inside and relax. Oh, no, Dan. Oh, no. My wife decided that it was time for us to do the front walkway, rip it out, the whole thing, so we can redo the whole front walkway. Little did I know, Dan, that it was not one, not two, but 3 layers of concrete that weighed over 1,000 pounds that I had to beat out with a sledgehammer. It was amazing. So anyway,
So did you play like the Rocky training montage from Rocky 4 when he's over there in Russia trying to train on his own?
Yes, exactly. That's what it felt like. It felt like I was taking that sledgehammer, I was beating it. I no lie, Dan. I don't know. This guy thought he was going to be landing a plane in the front yard or whatever he was going to do out there, but it was overkill on the concrete. It was 4 inches thick, 6 inches thick, and then 3 columns that went down into that were this big around and 12 inches deep. So it was unbelievable. I was like, what the hell? How? Why so much did you need that much concrete? It had to be over 1,000 pounds. It must have been. It was ridiculous.
Hey, real quick, can you hear me?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, my mic glitched and came back.
Nope, I got you.
It's like your own little, you started your own CrossFit gym.
Yeah, and my hands today are sore from taking the hammer and boom, hitting the concrete repeatedly. It's crazy. All right, let's see. Hello from Tampa. We got that one. Hey, Patrick Egan. Kevin Witt, ranking on House of Cards, all 6 seasons. Spacey, a top 10 actor. American Beauty is a top 10 movie for me. I'll say it. What's my favorite season of House of Cards? I believe it's the one that I'm on. That's my favorite season.
Was that you were 2?
I don't know. It's IMDb. Let's IMDb that son of a gun because I don't remember.
You were 2 and I was 4.
Yeah, so I know your favorite season 4, right? I'll be season 2.
I think my favorite season 1 actually.
Really? Oh.
Because I'm not in it. They shot it in a way that you can't see me, so the checks are good.
Oh, the checks are always good.
I think they were. They've kind of dried up. I guess people stopped when Kevin Spacey turned out to be a bad dude.
Yeah. Terry Townsend over on the watch party. She asked if I found Jimmy Hoffa in my front yard. Let me tell you something. It seemed like somebody wanted nobody to ever find anything underneath of that thing. Oh my God, it was terrible.
We were watching 7 last night.
Oh, that's a great movie. Great movie.
IFC, I think, and it's just hard now to go back and see Spacey and stuff, and not with the knowledge that we have now. Kind of, that works. Like you really are a slimy dude.
I worked on a film. I'm not going to say too much information here, but I worked on a film in the early teens. And I worked with somebody who worked closely with Kevin Spacey. And he said Kevin was that kind of a guy back then. So you don't change your stripes, you know what I mean? I don't think. If you've been getting away with it for such a long time,
Yeah.
So I knew about that a long time ago. And when the Weinstein thing came out, I looked at my wife and I said, I know who's next. And she's like, who? I go, Kevin Spacey. She goes, no. I go, watch. Sure enough, within a week, bam! I was like, oh, what did I tell you? So, crazy. It's crazy.
But yes, Kevin, American Beauty is an amazing movie. Sam Mendes, all of his stuff is phenomenal.
Yep.
So, and visually too. I mean, he always gets these amazing DPs that set up his worlds, and I still come back to Road to Perdition. It's a movie that kind of gets forgotten a lot, but it's my top 3 Tom Hanks films.
That is a good movie, Road to Perdition. I enjoyed that as well. It's a great gangster movie.
Yeah.
How about Ozark, Dan? Have you watched any of Ozark?
So that's on my list, but
Okay.
it's just been binge central, because when I'm not tied into some kind of Zoom something, I'm in there and we're blasting through. We caught up. So Jack, my son, we watched all of Westworld, and we're now caught up to the current season.
Mm-hmm.
I've been watching Banshee. I've been watching Breaking Bad. I think I'm into season 3 now, season 2, season 3.
Okay.
It's phenomenal. I all the things that people said about it. Yep, totally, 100%. And it's cool to see, because Jesse Pinkman, what's his name?
Yeah, Jesse Pinkman. We'll just call him Jesse.
He's on Aaron Paul. He's on
Yeah.
Westworld now, so it's really cool to see the 2 different characters. They're and then my son and I started binging. We also got into Stranger Things and Battlestar Galactica back from the beginning.
New one,
So,
or the old Battlestar Galactica?
the new one,
The new one.
the 2005 one.
Yeah.
So we've just been binging all kinds of stuff. So Ozark is on the list, but I haven't gotten to it yet.
You're going to enjoy it when you get there. Jason Bateman's
Yep.
great. So, I
Well,
mean, I know you like him, so yeah.
Yeah, he's one of those guys. He's been around, I feel like, my entire life. Because what was he? He was on. Was he on Alice?
No, he was on Facts of Life, wasn't he?
Okay, facts. But he's been around since like the late 70s, early 80s. I know he was on Silver Spoons, and then he had his own show. So just through the years, I feel like he's been around as long as I've been watching television.
How about this feature, Dan? I can add a comment directly from the program, which is great.
Oh, cool.
You know? This is insane. Look at that. Bing.
All right.
And I just add it, and then it pops up there, and then it pops up here, and then I pop it up on the screen. That's awesome.
Darian said apparently Kevin Spacey was rude to the cast of SNL when he hosted.
I did.
That's not surprising.
I saw that. Yeah, that is not surprising. The day that I worked on House of Cards, he was there. He didn't talk to many people. Not at all. But, I mean, some people do that sometimes. Everybody does that every once in a while.
He wasn't on my day. Everyone was like, "Did you meet Kevin Spacey?" I was like, "Nope, but I met his hair."
Yes, it was. Yeah, tell that story.
So you're sitting in the makeup truck, and they give you all the stuff. And I got to say, the makeup truck at House of Cards is really good.
Yeah.
At the end of the day, they give you these like eucalyptus scented steam towels to take your makeup off. Well done. And as I'm walking out of the trailer, there's 2 little mannequin heads with pins in them, and they've got Frank Underwood's hair on them.
That's very nice.
Hey, I know that hair.
Yeah. Darian said he was on Little House on the Prairie for a little while. Jason Bateman. Okay. I didn't see that, but okay. Yeah, I'll look for him.
Yeah, so he's been around since as long as I've been watching television.
Yeah. So, I mean, he's been doing stuff since he was a kid. Him and his sister.
Little House on the Prairie. We go deep here on Appletinis with Ken.
Yes. Okay. So somebody just asked on the watch party. Not sure if this is proper format to ask, but whatever happened to the film you got scuba certified for? Actually, there were 2 films that I wanted to get my scuba certification for. The one film, it never went through. It was supposed to be shot down in Bermuda. It was a short. Didn't go through. We couldn't get the funding for it, and to work in Bermuda actually is pretty difficult as far as getting permits and things like that. So it was a little outside of our scope at the time, so we had to pass on that one. And then the other one, I was supposed to help with stunts, and to be honest, Mark, I didn't feel as if I was ready. I was at a level that was where it needed to be for the safety of cast and crew on that one. So I backed out. So that was the only thing. I do want to get my certification as a rescue diver eventually, but I had to pass on that one because of that. So that was my scuba certification story. So
Now you almost drowned on a show, didn't you? On a shoot?
No, but I got hypothermia.
No, okay.
Yeah, on that shoot, I didn't almost drown. No, I never almost drowned on any shoot. But I was in a water tank exposed with just t-shirt and shorts on in 65-degree water for 13 hours. And I got hypothermia, and I couldn't remember. Getting near the end of the day, I couldn't remember my name. I couldn't remember what time it was. I slept in a parka, Dan. I swear to God, a parka, sweatpants and stuff, for 3 days afterwards. I just slept for almost 3 days straight. It was crazy.
That was like a recreation or something?
Yeah, it was for Forensic Files. One of the last non-union things I ever did, and then I immediately joined the union after that. I was like, that's it. I had enough. Boom, I'm done. So, what are some of the cool things that you've done on set? What are some of the cool shoots that you've done? Like, what's your favorite shoot? Like, who's the coolest person you got to work with? Besides me, of course. You know, you don't have to say me.
Of course. I mean, so that notwithstanding, The Night Watchman and all the 40 films you and I have shot together.
Yes.
The coolest thing I got to do wasn't even on camera. It was the table read at Veep.
Okay.
You know, it was just sitting in that room and walking in, and there's Julie Louis-Dreyfus, and there's Anna Klumsky, and there's Matt Walsh, who I didn't know his name at the time, but he was the doctor from The Hangover. You know, get a map and fuck off. Mm-hmm. So he was over there. Just everybody in the room. I knew everybody in the room except me. I was sitting around looking around like, holy shit.
That's pretty cool.
That was the one.
Yeah, that's pretty cool.
And then I still, every time I watch, you know, because at some point we're going to jump in with Jack on Game of Thrones. Every time I watch Game of Thrones, I'm like, I work with that dude. So that's pretty cool. And Dan was just Dan Walker just posted in our comments there that he was binging The Wire, and so he pinged me when he saw me pop up. I guess he took a little vacation in the desert in the early 2000s, along with a couple 100,000 of our servicemen, and so I don't think he didn't realize. I guess he just missed The Wire when I was on it, and I didn't realize. You know, he pinged me the other night when he was binging.
Yeah,
cool.
I got a couple of those too. I got one from a friend of mine, a lawyer friend of mine, who was binging The Wire this weekend. And he was like, boom, sent me a picture, said, I saw you, and was I in any more episodes? And I was like, unfortunately, no. I just had the one. One and done. Yay, Tommy Dixon, what's happening, man? What's going on? Is that my uncle? I think that's my uncle. What's happening? What's going on, Uncle Tom? Or is it my cousin? I don't know. Comment back. Let me know. My uncle or my cousin, but either one. Thanks for joining, man. It's great to see you. I hope everything's...
Kurt Howard said he almost got his diver cert and cave diving. That's pretty cool.
That is pretty cool. Man, that's a big comment, too. Look at the size of it. Eats up the whole screen.
You got to get Dan there. Appletinis Season 1, that's the old days. That's back when... the best part of the old version of Appletinis was the interstitials that we would shoot.
Yep.
Because we would, I'd show up at Ken's house at 6 o'clock on a Friday, and we'd shoot the show. And we maybe have an Appletini or two during the show, but as we went further along, the second batch of the shaker, and then after the show we would do all the stuff the cutaways, like me hugging the Elvis in the background and things like that. Yeah. Those were always fun.
Yeah, those were cool. I enjoyed those. So, it's my cousin. My mom corrected me and said it's my cousin. All right, cool. Hey Tom, how you doing, man? I hope everything's good for you and your family up there. You guys are staying safe. That's awesome. So 15 Appletinis later. Yes, Alexis, 15 Appletinis later. So.
That was only the one time, and Donald and I crashed on the couch and watched John Wick.
Yeah, that was awesome, man. Yeah, that was good. We watched John Wick.
That was the first of the live shows. When we came back and reformatted the show and did the live, we went too far, and we stayed over.
Yeah, everybody was crashed on the couch. We watched John Wick. And did we watch John Wick 2? I think we started watching John Wick 2. So
No, we passed out.
I watched John Wick 2. You lightweights fell asleep. I miss Johnny G. He hasn't been over. He's been sick. He's got a virus, but he doesn't have the virus. So, but hopefully,
I hear Lysol will help with that.
Yeah, just inject it. You'll be good.
Yeah,
it kills any virus.
I like the inhaler.
Inhaler.
The little
up your nose.
Yep.
Up your nose with a rubber hose. Remember that?
I do that every day. I've got the Flonase.
Mm-hmm.
The Flonase. I got the Flonase. And man, that burns every morning. It's just, lets you know you're alive, I guess.
Does it burn? It burns?
Sometimes, yeah. Just depends on how snotty I am.
You're always snotty, Dan. You're always snotty. Come on. Let's be honest. So, what's another cool thing you did on set with somebody? Who'd you meet? Like, who's the coolest person you met besides the people from Veep? Like, one-on-one. Like, who'd you meet?
It's back to Veep. It's Tony Hale.
Mm-hmm.
And the funny thing was I didn't watch Arrested Development. Jack was born in 2005. Arrested Development came on in 2005. And as you know, the year you have a new kid, you don't watch anything. You don't see movies, you don't see TV. You are a zombie basically for about 19 months. And so I completely missed Arrested Development, and I haven't circled back to catch it yet. So I didn't really know who he was, and he was just the most. And you worked with him. He just the coolest. Just like he's known you your entire life.
Yep, he was a great guy. I had a lot of fun with him and Matt Walsh on the day I was on set. Got to work with both of those guys. Matt Walsh's coat caught on fire in the tent, which was hilarious. So I had to put him out. I was like, Matt, your coat's on fire. He was standing too close to the heater. It was absolutely freezing that day. It was so cold.
Alexis just said the Lysol teeny. I'm sorry.
Yeah. I mean, I could put some Lysol right in it, and I'll be good. Do I have any here? No, I don't have any. Darn it. But they say alcohol kills it too, so screw it. One or the other is going to work for me.
Yeah, we're this is medicinal.
It's absolutely medicinal. So Charlie Bunt said Species 2 for him was fun. And him and I got to spend a day with Cal Ripken actually on set, which was kind of cool. I was Cal Ripken's stunt double in a commercial, which was a lot of fun. So.
Tell that story.
Well, it was for Bayer One A Day Men's Vitamin for the All-Star Game back in 2014, 15, or whatever it was. And we get to set. So Cal's a little bit bigger than I am. Like, he's 6'4", I'm 6'1". But on camera, from a distance, you're really not going to be able to tell. So they had to shave my head like him, which they did, which was cool. I didn't care about that. But when we got there, Cal had put on a little bit of weight since his playing days were over. And I was still pretty slim. So when we were standing next to each other, the director was like, hey, can we bulk this guy up a little bit? So they take me back to wardrobe and they put all this stuff on me. And I come back out and I look like a big fat pudge. And Cal's like, what the fuck? What's going on? I don't look like that. What are you doing? I'm like, I didn't do anything. They did it to me. I don't know. Sorry. So I was like, whoops, sorry, Cal. And then we're sitting there and he's watching me do all the things, and I'm catching all the balls. I'm catching them behind my back, boom, doing this stuff. And he's like, yeah, did you play before? I go, yeah. He goes, for who? I go, Baltimore. He goes, what position? I go, shortstop. And then we're just this awkward silence. We're like, and then I just say to him, yeah, some guy wouldn't take a day off. And I turned around and walked away. And he said, oh, you got me. I said, yeah, I did, because you got me years before. 1994, I got moved up to play in an exhibition game with the big league team. And I was taking ground balls with him prior to the game. And he gets one hit to him, and he takes it, and he fires it back in at Johnny Oates. Johnny Oates was the manager at the time.
Yeah.
And the ball hits the turf and bounces up. And right before it hits Johnny Oates, the guy hitting the fungos catches it right by his head. And Johnny Oates snaps his head around and looks, boom. And he looks at the ball, and then he looks out at me and Cal. And me and Cal are standing there next to each other, and Cal goes like this. And points right at me. And I'm like, I didn't know it wasn't me. It was freaking him. Yeah, you son of a bitch.
How long after that were you cut?
Was that right back to the minors after that one? I was right on the plane after the game. See you later, pal. Enjoy the bush leagues.
Yeah, for those of you that don't know, at a certain point, was it Sid Thrift cut you?
Yeah, Sid Thrift cut me from the Cubs, and then 2 years later, he cut me from the Orioles.
And then his wife put a Greek curse on the Orioles, and that's when Johnny Mayer. What was his name? Johnny Mayer.
Mm-hmm.
Who's that kid? Who's that little punk up in the Bronx? They caught that ball.
Yeah.
Billy Mayer, Johnny Mayer.
I don't know.
That little bastard.
Yeah.
And so it's Maria's fault. She put a curse on the Orioles. They're never going to come back from it. So
yeah,
that's what we live with.
Unless Elias gets signed by the Orioles, which, who knows. But if he doesn't, that's pretty much it, man. It's over. Yep. Over and done, dude. Over and done. So, the coolest person I ever met. So I met Tom Selleck, so there was that. I worked on Blue Bloods with him, and he was fantastic. But as cool as Tom Selleck is, Ben Kingsley asked me to eat lunch with him. And I will never forget that forever.
That's dope.
Yeah, I will never, ever, ever. And he talked about acting, and he asked questions, and it wasn't about him. He wanted to know about us, and it was amazing. It was fantastic.
That's awesome.
It was fantastic. So that was cool. I was actually a stand-in on that for Sean Pratt. I was Sean Pratt's stand-in. And
was it Tuck?
Yeah, Tuck Everlasting, for the movie Tuck Everlasting. And it was just there were only 4 actors on set. It was Ben Kingsley, Sean Pratt, who were the main actors, and it was me and another guy who was his stand-in, Ben Kingsley's stand-in. And I can't remember who that guy was, but Ben Kingsley, me and the other guy stand-in are sitting by ourselves eating, and Ben comes into the tent. And he walks up to us, stops, looks over, and he just says, "You guys are gonna just sit there and eat by yourselves? Come with me." And I was just like, "Okay." Ben Kingsley, Gandhi, just asked me to go eat lunch with him. I'm in. Poof.
Well, that was so on Veep. The one day we were on location, the second day, and I got my lunch, and I was walking toward the table where all the cast was, like the Julia and Tony Hale and Anna Klumsky and right as I like it was like a high school thing, like one of these high school movies, and right as I got within like 3 feet of the table, Tony's assistant took the last seat. And I waved off, and I found some friends to sit with. And afterward, Tony was like, "Hey, we didn't see you at lunch. Why didn't you join us?" I was like, "Cool,
yeah.
Cool.
That's awesome.
That's cool." Yeah. In an alternate universe, I got there sooner, and I sat down, and I became a regular on Veep. So somewhere in one of the multiverses, it worked out well.
Yeah, that's cool. Yeah. So what was one of the most embarrassing things that ever happened to you on set?
I haven't really had anything.
All right, so I'll tell you.
On stage, I've had something happen, but not on set.
All right, well, tell us that one. On stage, what happened?
So I worked in dinner theater for a very long time. Like I would go show to show to show for like 3 years. I worked in these 2 dinner theaters, and it was just you were rehearsing one for 2 months while the other one was running for 2 months, and we would just piggyback one into the other. And Annie, they had this great buffet that had the chicken cordon bleu on it with the hollandaise sauce.
Mm-hmm.
And we'd sit backstage, all these poor actors, and we'd wait for the buffet to come back, and anything that was left, we hit it really hard before the show. And I hit that cordon bleu a little hard, and I had Annie up on my shoulder, and like a lift, and I was one of like the ensemble. I was like at this point I was one of like the servants in Daddy Warbucks' house, and she slid off my shoulder a little early, so I had to like tuck her in, like pull her back into me before, otherwise she would fall. And her like hip went straight into my gut, and I farted like it was loud. I'm not gonna lie, and and it's a small theater, so it was heard. This wasn't like a silent. And I just looked at her and I put her down and moved away.
Oh, that's hilarious.
Yeah.
Oh, Dan.
Annie, shit.
What did you just do?
The sun may come out tomorrow, but you just shot yourself.
Oh, that's great. That is pretty funny. All right, that was your turn.
How about you? What's the
Who, me? Nothing. No.
Yeah.
I got nothing. Do you know, Dan, I got more stories than freaking... So anyway, I'm on the set of Abduction, and I'm at lunch with... and I was able to sit with Alfred Molina and John Singleton and a couple of the other main actors from Abduction. And I got to hang out with those guys at lunch. And Alfred Molina's like, yeah, let's go around the table. What are you working on next, right? So he says, yeah, well, I'm going to be doing this movie with so-and-so and so-and-so. Then he goes to the next actor from L.A., and that actor's like, well, I got a series on NBC, and I'm going to be one of the main characters in that. Mira Sorvino's the lead. And I'm like, all right, cool. Then the next girl goes, and she's like, yeah, I'm going to be doing this movie in L.A., and then it gets to me. And Alfred's like, all right, well, what's your thing? And I said, well, I just did a video for the Nurses Association. He's like, oh, well, what was it called? I was like, well, it was called Inspecting the Penis. He goes, what? I go, yeah, in the Nurses Association, they do videos like that. It's called Inspecting the Penis. He goes, hold on. He stands up in the middle of the cafeteria. Now, the whole cast and crew were in there, and it was like 100 people, right? The extras, everybody's in the tent. And he stands up and he goes, hold on, everybody. This guy right here, no lie, did the Nurses Association video Inspecting the Penis. And then he looks at me and he goes, were you the penis? I was like, no, I wasn't the penis. I was the host. And I just felt like this bad. I was like, oh, man. I should have never said anything. I was being honest. They asked me what was going on. So
I lied. I did have an embarrassing moment on camera, and I just sent it to you in your Facebook feed.
Uh-oh.
Let me know if you get it.
Oh, I do got. Oh, yeah. Well, tell that story. What's wrong with that? I'm not going to show it. I can't grab that. So
I didn't know if you could grab that or not.
Yeah, I can't grab that. But
so the season 1 finale of The West Wing, they so obviously, when they're doing tracking shots and things like that for folks at home, watching at home, because we're all at home.
Mm-hmm.
The stand-in will do it 5, 6, 7 times, especially when they did a lot of Steadicam on The West Wing, and one actor's timing with the Steadicam is different than another's. So the stand-in had it, down, and then they brought in the first team and Georgia Fox, who ended up on CSI right after.
Mm-hmm.
She was the Secret Service agent that kind of has an idea that something's going on, that there's something about to go down in that final season 1 finale. And she's looking around, and the camera would come around her, and they'd keep cutting at a certain point. And so we're all sitting there. I'm in the background. I'm literally right over her shoulder. And I'm in the background clapping. And I'd hear cut. And we'd have to go back and do it again. Clapping, cut, and then go back and do it again. It was always right at this one point when the camera would come around her, sweeping the crowd behind her. And so I'm clapping. Swear I heard cut, and I look, and they're still going. So I'm like,
whoops.
yeah.
Right down the barrel of the lens too, didn't you?
Guess which take they used?
Yeah, the one where you looked right down the barrel of the lens.
Yeah,
that's hilarious.
And I saw that. I was like, oh my god.
All right, be honest though. I mean, did anybody ever pick up on it? Any of your friends?
Actually, my neighbor, back in Crofton, she didn't even know I'd worked on the show. Actually, she saw us. She saw Colin and me coming back. Ken drove us back because Ken worked on that same episode, and then they had everybody who was on that episode back because the season 2 premiere starts right like minutes after the shootings, and so we're all bloodied. Like Colin's got blood all over his face, his shirt, and so Ken gave us a ride back because the metro was closed by the time we got wrapped out.
Yeah.
And we got back to the metro, drove back to my house because he was down from Jersey, so he stayed there. And I guess she saw us coming in, and she's like, "What?" It's like, "Oh, we just worked on the West Wing," and so we got to talking about that the next day, and she's like, "Oh my God, I saw that! I just figured you were another Secret Service agent." I was like, "Yes, that is exactly what was in the script. I was a plant in the audience. That's what it was."
And I was just checking on the main character just to make sure.
Yeah. Yeah. Charlie Bunce called Michael Madsen Mr. Blonde. I bet that went over well.
Yeah, there you go. Let's put that right in the middle. Yeah. He grinned and gave me the pistol shot hand. There you go. That's pretty cool.
I can't hear doom 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 without seeing his little
I'm hearing myself.
Stuck in the Middle with You is the one that he does a little dance to.
I'm getting an echo now. Do you have a thing playing on your end?
No.
That's weird. Yeah, I'm getting an echo.
Nothing new happening here.
No.
Hang on. Let me do this.
All right, I'm holding.
All right.
Cool.
Is that better?
Yeah, I'm not hearing it. Well,
okay.
A little bit. Let's see what Richard says. He wore a white button-down shirt when he did House of Cards. The wardrobe supervisor crucified you. That happens, Richard. Did you have a jacket on over top, though? Come on, man. Oh, these Appletinis are good, Dan. I got to tell you. We've had a good, steady crowd tonight. Not bad. Pretty happy about that. So that's pretty cool.
So what are you all doing? What's everybody doing at home getting through this? What are you watching? What are you binging? What are you reading? Are you learning guitar? What's your deal?
I know it. What is your deal? So, Dan, I can add like all kinds of stuff now. Like pictures and things like that. It's pretty darn cool. What's the worst food you've ever had on set? The worst food? Oh, man. There's so many. Let me share that. The worst food I've ever had on set. What's your worst food you've ever had on set, Dan?
Probably... we've been on some pretty good sets.
Yeah, we have.
I don't know.
Oh, look at that. Did you see that?
I can't think of anything.
Did you see that?
No.
All right, remember this? I'm going to put it up. You ready? Are you watching the screen? You remember the boxing bard?
Yeah.
When we set that up?
We've got a really good shot of DeLuca in his Elizabethan, doing that.
Yep. All right, so people are starting to comment. Worst food on set? Yes, Charlie Bunch, you missed Chapter ass. You missed it. Darian Rothschild's watching horror movies.
Have you watched The Night Watchman, Darian?
Yeah, you better get on that. If you haven't watched The Night Watchman. And you need to watch Recursion Theorem as well.
Yes.
Yeah,
absolutely.
On Amazon Prime. And then go crazy and then just change it up and watch a Western. Bill Tillman and the Outlaws. All right, Jeremy Glee says he's watched Runaway Train on Amazon Prime. All right, fair enough. I will watch Runaway Train on Amazon Prime. My sister said she's making art when she's not being essential. She works in an assisted living facility, so she's a nurse.
Thank you, Betty.
Let's see. Kurt Howard streaming surf movies and zesting lemons. All right, fair enough.
Did you see the other night the guys from That Thing You Do? It turned 25 like 2 weeks ago.
Okay.
And they all got together. So there's that point in that movie where they become the band in like a Tony and Annette movie kind of movie. Was it Tony and Annette? Annette Funicello, and who was the other guy? Tony, right?
Tony, Frankie Valli, maybe?
Frankie and Annette? Frankie and Annette.
Yeah. Frankie and Annette. Oh, my knee is killing me right now. That's what I get for moving 1,000 tons of concrete this weekend. Thanks, hon. Richard says he's been writing some scripts. Well, let's go, Richard. Let's get to it. Let's make a movie. For the love of God already. Tony Laporto says he's been smoking weed and eating nachos. Ain't nothing wrong with that, Tone. And I'm right there with you. I want to eat some nachos, too.
Kevin Witt said the Replacements had good food.
Yep.
It was hit or miss, I feel like.
You know, I never got to work on it, so I can't tell you.
I did 2 months, but it was extras holding, so I don't think that we got the same food that other areas of the shoot got. So
I don't know what you mean by this, Dan Verkman. Ice cold eggs on last moment of clarity. Ugh. I don't know what that means.
No, I guess the last moment of clarity was his movie.
Oh, okay.
His shoot and the ice cold eggs.
I get it. I'm gonna like that one. Cool. All right.
Darian, it's only they both better be on your list.
Yeah.
And they work into a great 2-hour set. Night Recursion into Night Watchman.
Exactly. And there is no shame on self-promotion here, Charlie Bunce. I'm
not
just
at
telling
all.
you. Not at all. We do not care.
That's the whole point of this show, isn't it?
All right. Alexis, got to run. All right, Alexis, we'll see you later. And yes, it was Frankie Avalon, my sister says. And Jeremy Glee said the same thing.
Not Frankie Valli, Frankie Avalon.
Frankie Avalon.
By the way, Alexis has been doing beer reviews with her mom and dad in quarantine during this
beer
whole
reviews.
thing.
Beer reviews, you said? Beer?
Yeah, there's one that they had the other night. I saw it going on when we were on doing something else, and they had one beer that looked like a can of Yoo-Hoo.
Yeah.
Have you seen that?
I have not seen that. I've seen it, but I have not tasted it. So.
Okay.
Yeah.
If it tasted like Yoo-Hoo, I'd be even more of an alcoholic.
But I like the way beer tastes. You know what I mean?
See, I always thought in my head as a kid, even though it smelled horrible, that beer would taste better. And as I've gotten older, it just hasn't. And I drink very little beer anymore.
Yeah.
I'm mostly into wine and bourbon.
I hear you. Phew. Yeah, it's pretty cool that I can add all those stuff now. All the overlays and things like that. I can do videos. Let's see what I got up in this window here. My options. I'm gonna bust out the options. Let's see, window. This is so cool. This new setup. It's crazy. Overlays. Boom. Because all I got to do is click on one thing and I can bring in a video and just play the video. It's insane what I can do. Let me grab this. Boom. Oh, did you want to see our new? You know what? I better not show it. Not yet. I'll save it.
Not yet.
Yeah, our new clothes. Yeah, our new clothes.
Okay.
I'll play it when we do our new clothes.
Uh-oh.
It's pretty awesome.
You guys are gonna be the first audience to get one of these.
Yep. Richard Brown, I can't agree with you more. Beer is epic. I make it. When we come, Dan, we got to get back together and when it's all over and make some beer again.
Yeah, we're Coronatini.
Yeah.
Corona.
Something.
Some kind of, it's a post-Corona brew.
Yep. Yes, Tony Laporta, we do need hockey and baseball back. But, it's got to be safe. It's got to be a safe option for people. It can't be, even for the players and the people that surround those people. So I don't know exactly how they're gonna roll that out yet, but smarter people than me are working on that. So we'll see. And Mary Agnes is here, but she's not. I don't know what that means, Mary Agnes, but so it's going good. It's going good. Did you see me switch up the shots tonight? Like Skype 2, right? Boom, this is my Skype 2 shot. Do you want a square box, Dan Franco? Do you want a round box? I can switch it to round like that. Or do you?
I like the round box.
Do you like it? I can put you in a tall one like a cell phone, so it makes it look. I can put you in the wide like that. Are you seeing all this?
Yeah, I think the round looks good.
Or the classic 4:3. I can do that. All right, I'll go with the round. Boom, you're in a round. You're in a round box. That is pretty cool. And then I'll go to Skype 3. And, of course, now you're the big one, and I'm the little round box. And, of course, the name switch. You see how this – it's very intuitive, Dan, and I love it.
I got to move over here, so I'm actually over my name.
Yeah. Uh-oh, Darian's out, man. He's like, I got to go.
See you, Darian.
All right, Darian. I know, we're being boring. You know what we need to do? We need to do videos. Dan, here's the challenge for you and me. Let me take it back to the main Skype guest again. So here's what we're going to do. We're going to write a short film, right? That's like 3 minutes long.
Okay.
And we're going to shoot it on our iPhones. So you'll shoot your stuff, your coverage on your phone at your house. I'll shoot my coverage on my phone at my house. I'll get a couple establishing shots. Have you seen the iPhone videos where the stunt guys do punches?
Yes, that's fantastic.
Yeah, well, we could do something like that where, like, we're doing a scene and we can do different things like that. So, and that's what great. I'll do is I'll edit it over here. I'll do the sound mix here. I'll do the color correction, and then we'll post it on next Appletinis or 2 weeks from now, whenever, because it might take a little bit of time to get together. But I think that would be hysterical if we did that.
Let's do it.
If we were able to do that. We're down to 10 people. Ah, God damn it, people. Let me click the haha faces and see if we can get some people over here. I think that's the key. You click the haha faces. And,
people think something funny's happening.
Exactly. They think something really
We got them fooled.
And then, boom, they all jump on. And then we're like, boom. So what do you guys think of our new format here? I kind of like it. It's kind of clean. It's just video and then a logo and then our names. It's done. Pretty straightforward.
What's cool is that the in this format, I don't keep dropping out the way I was before.
Yeah, which was pissing me off. And I sent Wirecast a nice little message about that today. Nice long email about how I'm switching service. But thanks for stealing my money essentially from me because your product is not working properly. So
yeah.
This is great. You've been on the whole time. You haven't dropped out once. I can hear you. I can see you. It's fantastic. I think what we need to do is get you a little bit better recording setup over there.
Yeah.
And once we do that, I think we'll be right there, right where we need to be. So, and we can do this all the time. We don't have to, we don't have to be in the same room to do it.
Yeah.
Which is great. I prefer us being in the same spot because the energy's different.
It's fun.
But, we don't need to.
The ride home's a little harder.
Yeah. The comment display is great. I kind of like it. I kind of like it, Charlie Bunce, the new comment display.
See you, Mary Agnes. Happy anniversary.
Yeah. Mary Agnes likes our clean slate, and boom. We'll see you later. Now, this is the first time really using this software. I used it last week as a test. But it was just me. But now you and me using it together, it seems to be pretty good. And there are a lot of things that I can do that I didn't even scratch the surface of yet. I think that we can add a lot more videos. We can add a lot more of all kinds of different things. So, wow. I mean, it's just crazy what we can do. let's see. What's the name of that thing we did last week, Dan? The last time you were on. Do you remember that video I showed?
Oh, the beaver?
No, not Brenda's beaver. The other one. What was that other one? Do you remember? Let me go back one more.
I don't. The beaver's scarred into my head.
The beaver scarred it. Oh, here it is. You ready?
Oh, the bidet buddy.
Yeah.
You wouldn't use a dry paper towel to wash a dirty car. So why use dry toilet paper to clean up in the bathroom? You need water to get clean. So improve your bathroom routine and get completely clean with a new Bidet Buddy. Bidet Buddy transforms your toilet, giving you a clean bidet option.
I mean, this thing will take your undercarriage right off.
Just turn it on, and Bidet Buddy self-cleaning spray nozzle extends out to give you a shower fresh spray. Then turn it off and it hides away.
I mean, maybe
You're
somebody
left
might
feeling
like it,
fresh
but
and
definitely not
clean
me.
without toilet paper. Look, traditional toilet paper is rough and scratchy on sensitive skin, but Bidet Buddy
Look at that.
spray washes you
Are you
completely
serious?
clean. And you can easily adjust the water jet from a
Oh,
soft, gentle
look at
spray
that.
to firm, full power. Then the self-cleaning nozzle tucks
Holy.
itself away.
Ooh.
It's like a clean shower every time you use the
Grandpop's
bathroom.
happy. Look at
Bidet
Pops.
Buddy's
You see
targeted
him?
technology always
Yeah.
hits the spot.
Had his
leaving
pants
you
hiked all the way up.
spotless. You'll save hundreds of dollars a year
You know-
on toilet paper.
Yeah,
Watch,
because it just
toilet
shaved his
paper
ass
just
off.
pushes
His
this
butt's not
paper
holding
around.
his pants
The
up anymore. He's gonna
wipes
pull it up
leave
higher.
residue behind.
What would have been
It's
better
true,
is if they had a
but
shot of
Bidet
Grandma
Buddy uses
smiling.
fresh
Like,
water to
yeah,
rinse
it was
you
great.
clean. There's nothing left behind. Incredible. It's perfect for kids.
Oh, Mom,
and
high-fiving.
grandparents, too.
Yeah, Grandma, she
Anybody
loved
who
it.
suffers with hemorrhoids or IBS. Bidet
Ooh.
Buddy installs discreetly under your existing toilet seat. Everything you need is right in the box. You wouldn't use a dry paper
All right,
towel
I'm outta
to wash
here.
a dirty
That's
car.
ridiculous.
So why use dry toilet paper to
The
clean up in
bidet buddy.
The Bidet Buddy. All right, I'm gonna turn that off, and we're gonna get out of here. And we're gonna get back to Skype 1, Skype 3. There's
Tony
Dan.
said, just use a garden hose.
Yeah, use a garden hose is right.
Or at least one of those you know, like at the sink that your grandma used to have, the old school sink attachment.
Yeah. All right, let me take you back to Skype guest.
You wouldn't use a dry
There it
paper
is.
towel to wash a dirty car. So why use dry toilet paper?
I'm trying to figure out now how to get rid of this video that's now on my screen that I no longer want on my screen. Anyway.
No, not end broadcast.
No, I don't want to end the broadcast. I don't want to loop the video. Why? Why? All right.
Main scene?
Nah, I'm gonna go here, and then I'll go here. So we're gonna wrap this up anyway, man. We've been on for 57 minutes.
We're at time.
The Bidet Buddy, dude. They don't sponsor us, ladies and gentlemen, but we really enjoy their product.
We enjoy laughing at their product.
Yeah, we enjoy laughing at their
enjoy
product.
actual product.
I just want to buy it just to see what happens, you know? Like, get it and then videotape the whole experience. Get a camera up under there so we can see. A GoPro. Get a GoPro, strap it to my butt. Boom, sit down. Here we go. Go ahead, Dan. Turn it on.
I mean, it's basically the same as Fletch. I know you, sir.
Moon River. All right, we're down to 9 people. John Cole and one of my friends from high school just joined John Cole right as we're ending this thing. So anyway, Dan, I want you to check out our latest close. So we're out of here, ladies and gentlemen. Let me go back to this one. And ladies and gentlemen, we'll see y'all next week. Thank you for joining us tonight. Thank you to all the people who came on. Charlie Bunch, Tony Laporto, Mary Agnes, my sister,
Dan Walker,
Darian Rothschild, Dan Walker, everybody
Lex
who came
Peroni.
on. Kurt Howard came on tonight. Thank you, Kurt. Enjoy. Stay safe out there, ladies and gentlemen. We got a little bit ways to go with all this stuff, but we're going to make it through. So
Be safe. Take care of each other.
do what you can to help each other out, and we'll talk to you later. All right, Tony Laporto, good night and stay safe. We're going to play our new close now. Dan, you ready?
Yep.
Here we go.
Appletinis with Ken. Appletinis with Ken. Oh yeah. Appletinis with Ken. Oh, 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 oh. Appletinis with Ken. Oh, oh yeah. Oh, 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 oh. Appletinis with Ken. Appletinis with Ken. Oh yeah.